Hey there, lovelies. Welcome or welcome back. This is Noelle off the clock. Hope everyone's having a great day today. Today, I want to talk about getting back into shape after 50 and specifically where to actually start because you can't just pick up where you left off and you can't just start with at least a little bit of guidance. But first, a little honesty. Okay, quick thing. Obviously, I am not your doctor. And these days, I'm not even a trainer either. So if you've got injuries, conditions, anything going on, as many of us might, check with your actual doctor before you start. This is just me sharing what I learned the hard way. And trust me, that is usually how I learn things. Okay, so here's something a lot of you might not know. I used to be a fitness competitor. I may have mentioned this in a previous episode, or I might mention it again in a future one. But I had the discipline of a freaking Marine, okay? I was intense, I trained daily, and it was one of the best, most fulfilling things that I've ever done. But here's what happened. I only knew one speed, all out. I would go hard or go home, and I didn't know how to go to the gym, just normal, casual, have a workout. If I wasn't crushing it, if I wasn't shredding everything, what was the point? So I did this all through my 30s and 40s, and I am now 50. So now I go to the gym and I go hard and I hurt myself. And then I stop going. And that became a cycle. Go too hard, I get hurt, I quit. And then I go again and I get hurt, I quit. And then one day it just stopped completely. And that stretched into 7 years. 7 years of not working out at all. So it was in 2021, and I remember because it's when I started my lock journey. I have always been a size 2 or 3. I didn't have my long, beautiful hair anymore because I was starting my lock journey. I looked, to me, like unrecognizable. I had this round face. I packed on 40 pounds, and I didn't even know. I didn't even realize it. Ladies, someone asks you, "Well, why didn't you stop it at 10 pounds or 20 pounds?" Girl, I didn't even know. Here's what happened. I was dating someone and they were singing a song came on and part of it says, um, "I'll still love you if you gain a little weight, just as long as your love don't change." Okay. And when the "I'll still love you if you gain a little weight," they turned towards me and sang it. And I was like, "What are you singing that to me for?" And then years later, it took me years later to look back through photos and look at how round my face was and realize that my clothes weren't fitting the way they used to. And I thought, oh, I gained, I gained 40 pounds, 35, 40 pounds. It incrementally grew. Okay. So I noticed that, but I thought, all right, I want to start getting back to myself. Right. I want to get back in shape. I at least want to feel comfortable again. And you know what I did? The only thing I knew how to do. I tried to go hard again. And my 50-year-old body looked at me like, "Ma'am, are we okay? Who do you think you are? We can't do this." So that's when it finally clicked. Listen, Noelle, I love you, but we can't just pick up where we left off anymore, okay? I had to start over from the beginning with baby steps. And honestly, I think the mindset shift is harder than any actual workout. So that's the whole point of today. Okay. You don't have to go hard. You don't have to crush it. And after 50, the goal is not intensity, it's simply consistency. And we need, because of the calcium and the estrogen, everything's eating at our bones. We need to do something. So just show up gently, over and over. It beats beast mode and then getting injured and then quitting. Ask me how I know. So I just wanted to share a few simple low risk moves that I started with, and you can do all of these at home. I do not go to the gym. So no gym required, no special equipment unless you want a walking pad. So I want you to keep it gentle, but the rule is you should feel worked, not wrecked. Okay. So the first one is walking. I know it's not fancy, but hear me out. Walking is the most underrated thing you can do, and it's where I started. The short walk around the block. Eventually, I moved to a city where sometimes it rains quite a bit, so I got a walking pad, and I just walked 30 minutes a day, and then a little longer the next week, but your joints will thank you, and it gets you moving without the all or nothing trap. I walk at like a 2.4 and I watch YouTubes or listen to a book or a podcast for 30 minutes every day. That's it. In the first 3 months, I lost 20 pounds. It's crazy. Now, obviously, it helps if you cut out some of the sugar, the refined sugar. If you are a bread lover like I am, I can kill a thing of biscuits in like 2.5 flat. I try to back off of that just a little bit. If I get a bread craving, I know this might sound ridiculous, but I have peanut butter jelly and crackers, saltines. It's amazing. It's such a lightweight snack and it fills my sweet tooth. Okay, let me share number two. Number two are sit to stands. They're also called chair squats. Now, every time I walk up the stairs, I hear my right knee scream at me. So I can't do squats like I used to. So just sit in a sturdy chair and then stand up and then sit back down. Slow, controlled. That's it. You can do them till failure or you can do 3 reps of 12. You're basically practicing the most important movement there is once we get to a certain age, and that's getting up off your behind. Do a few, rest, do a few more. It builds your legs without almost any pressure on your knees that like a deep squat or lunges or something like that would give you. Okay. Number three, wall push-ups. It's super simple. You just stand facing a wall and do push-up against the wall. This works your arms, your chest, your shoulders without lying on the floor or wrecking your wrists. I actually started Pilates recently and my wrists are they're they're jacked, but I'm getting there. And as you get stronger, you can step your feet back a little to make it a little bit harder. So start easy. There's no prize for struggling. And then as the days or the weeks go by and you feel stronger, step back. Okay, this one is my favorite. Number four, glute bridges. You lie on your back, knees bent, feet flat, and lift your hips up towards the ceiling and squeeze, and then lower back down. This wakes up your hiney and it supports your lower back, which we all need at 50. It is gentle, it's on the floor, and it does so much. Number five is the bird dog. And this one is, I'm practicing this one. You get on your hands and your knees and you reach one arm forward and the opposite leg back at the same time. And you hold, if you can do 10 to 30 seconds, you hold it for 10 to 30 seconds. And then you switch. This one is all about balance and core, and the burn that you get in your glute feels so satisfying. It's honestly what protects you from falls and tweaks down the road when you have core strength. So slow and steady wins here. You don't have to go crazy. We think that everything has to be done with intensity. You don't. In fact, the older we get, slow and controlled is the way to do it. You're going to have a little soreness. Have some nettle tea. It takes it right away. Pain isn't a stop sign, but listen to your body in a way the younger you never may have. Maybe I'm projecting. The younger me never may have listened. So here's what I want you to take from this. And the reason why I thought it was important to do this video is because the old me thought that rest was weakness and going hard was the only way to go. And if I just kept going, I'd be strong at 50. And now the 50-year-old me knows much, much better. So starting small isn't giving up or not showing up. It's actually the smartest, safest, most sustainable way to get back on the horse. The goal isn't to impress anybody until your body can impress somebody. The goal is to still be doing this a year from now. So start where you are, walk around the block, stand up from the chair 5 times. That counts. It absolutely counts. And the 90% of me winning competitions was not the workout, it was my diet. So drink lots of water. I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not gonna say anything crazy here, but if you love a protein, have a protein. If you can limit carbs, do so. And if this helped, please hit like and subscribe so we can keep doing this together. It really does help the channel. It's a new channel, and I would really love to grow this community. Tell me in the comments, are you trying to get back into it too? What's stopping you? Or what got you started again? And if any of you are recovering go hard or go home people, like myself, I really need to know that I'm not alone with this. Where are my people? All right, lovelies, that is my time. I am clocking out. Peace, y'all.